Welcome back. We'll continue our team coverage of the strong storms that rolled across central Georgia for several hours this afternoon.
We're going to go now to Molly Jett. She is in Houston County to show us what she's seeing so far. Molly.
Speaking of strong storms, I'm currently in Statham's Landings neighborhood here in Warner Robins, just near the base. And if you look at this tree has snapped, and it snapped higher than me. It's actually snapped and went across the Southern Landings golf course in the back of the neighborhood. But look at all of this around me. There are several down trees, maybe 6, maybe a couple of branches down in the people's backyards. We are also across the golf course from what you can see on the top of those houses, roofs that have been torn off. And if you just take a look over here, this is widespread across the entire golf course. If you just look over here, it goes from this side all the way down to the right. But I wanted to introduce you to someone. This is Tony Danini, and he and I are standing in his backyard. He was here home working when this happened. So what did this sound like? What were you doing when this happened?
Well, I was in my home office right behind me here, and the base siren went off, and I was like, it piqued my curiosity. I was like, wow. But nothing was going on, and all of a sudden the sirens for Houston County went off. I was like, oh geez. About 10 seconds later, rain, wind started hitting the house. I was like, okay, thunderstorm, it's okay. And then the wind got really bad. And then I looked out my window and I saw this tree fall. I was like, oh hell no. I gotta get inside. And then I went upstairs, I got my wife, we went downstairs in the closet, and then the house started shaking. And then you can start hearing trees fall. It was, the trees are, thud, thud, thud. And then the house started shaking again. I'm like, this is a tornado. Holy cow. I know it was a tornado. It had to be. So that was about it. But then it was over just like that. Wind, rain stopped and everything. We came out here and we saw this. It's crazy.
Wow. And I mean, you've been out here for a little bit talking to your neighbors, and they too were home and they have these trees down, and you all are all okay? You're home with your wife?
Yeah, we're fine. Everybody came outside. We're all looking at each other like we're okay. I can't talk for the rest of the neighborhood, of course, but fire trucks and police have all been back here. The Southern Landings golf course crew are all back here. They're looking at the situation because there's a lot of trees down. I mean, I counted 15 alone going. The tornado must have came right down the fairway. I mean, it's crazy because they're all coming down the fairway. It all went down. All the roofs are, 2 roofs on the other side of the street are almost gone. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for speaking with us here, Tony. Like he said, we're standing on top of the Southern Landings golf course, and this damage has gone all the way back and down here. But I just wanted to add really quickly, first responders told us as we were driving back here that there was a gas leak in the back of this neighborhood. They have evacuated those families out of those homes, and they're working on the rest of the neighborhood, making sure everyone is safe. Thank you, and back to you, Frank and Lori, live in Warner Robins. Molly Jett.
All right, Molly, thanks very much. Again, that tree was huge. That one. It just goes to show the power of these storms, just snapping these trees like they're toothpicks.